I gotta talk about this movie I saw. It's now Saturday morning, and where I'm at, yesterday was Friday, the 31st of July, and this movie called In a Violent Nature. I guess it was opening day, and a little bit about me as I talk about this movie and what I think about it. A little bit about me. So today's Saturday. When I seen the movie yesterday, it was Friday. I work 4 10-hour shifts Monday through Thursday, and this week there was no overtime. And I made plans with a work buddy to go get some hot chicken. Have a dinner and a show. Well, he didn't show. I went anyway, and maybe my entire experience is biased because the whole experience was better alone. I had the whole theater, and I don't just mean like the projection room or like that one auditorium 6. The whole building was empty. I got it on tape, whatever. I can't remember the last time I went to see the movie. So this was July 31st, 2024. The last time I went to the movies was around release time. I think it was like peak COVID, 2020, 2021, when Joker come out. I didn't think much of that. But hey, before that, the last time I went to the theaters, I took my sons. We went to go see Lego Batman. And for a Lego movie, I hardly remember it. But I guess what I'm really trying to say, In a Violent Nature is the coolest movie I've seen in too many years. The only other one being, everyone knows Interstellar and Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey did this other one. I can't remember the name of it, but the gist is he's a fisherman, and he's separated from his wife, or at least his ex-wife, and his ex-wife is the mother of his son, and it's just it's a fishing. There's a cool twist. I don't want to say more about it, but that's the only other movie I can think of when I think in recent. And I saw that movie late 2020, early 2021, after Joker. And anyway, this movie was cool. Okay, so all right, let me say it like this. Here we are. What is it? 3-4 minutes into the video. Here's my succinct, honest, unbiased, and I grew up on late 80s, early 90s, and 70s and 60s gore flicks, not just slashers. It's just, there's flavors to it, but I have a very big soft spot and appreciation for quality. So this is a quality film. It is, the premise is like a Friday the 13th kind of the shape, figure, whatever, but from his perspective. And so the movie starts with the camera hyper focused on a close-up of this dangling gold necklace on a tree branch root. It's unclear. And then you don't ever see it, and there's no subtitles in this movie. I would love to watch it again and again. In the theater, there's no subtitles. What I was thinking was, I can't wait to watch this again with subtitles, but I don't know if I'll ever get to see it with subtitles. And you don't need them. You don't need them. Friday the 13th, from Jason's perspective, his backstory, I was just kind of like, they kind of lay it out at a campfire with the group, all the fucking fresh meat. They're talking about, hey, while we're here and all this, and oh, did you hear about this guy named Johnny who was a some kind of invalid? I don't know. He just and correct me if I'm wrong. What I heard the first time around was 70 years ago in the past. There was this like a logging community that would process trees for whatever, and there was this invalid named Johnny who was the son of the logging company owner or whatever, or something like that. The way they say it is that like because this company is so entrenched into the far reaches, the fringes, a few shops start opening up, and they charge top dollar for basic materials. And I don't remember the connection, but Johnny, the invalid, is somehow connected to whoever's calling the shots. And maybe they weren't calling good shots, but Johnny is, I think Johnny is the son of the guy who sets the prices in the encampments. And so one day, some of the workers, loggers, carpenters, whatever, processors, get Johnny alone and say something like, hey, we found us a bag of toys. When we clock out of work, hey, come meet us over here at this area and we'll show you what we found. And the way that evening ends is there were no toys. The laborers put on a mask, and the way they say it is they scared him such that Johnny fell off of the balcony of a fire watch tower and died, and they buried him in a mask to make it look like to everyone else who was coming through that it was an accident. And then you hear some other stuff, and you never really know like how much actual legitimacy or merit there is to this story, but the main character, and it's interesting to say, I would call this a slasher movie. I would call him the main character. The main character just threw out so much mystery, but at the same time, so much consistency. So this is largely a silent film. There's only one song in the movie, and I had the whole theater to myself, right? This is the first time in my life I went to go see a movie in public theaters, and I did not silence my cell phone. In fact, I actually pulled out Shazam and got the track title and a recording artist of the only song in the film besides the end credits. And there's no post credits, by the way. There's no post credits. But the only song in this movie is called "Loverboy" by Loverboy by Techno Westerns. And okay, again, the sound in this movie, this movie is kind of a very deliberate and creeping horror, like stick around, it gets worse kind of, it grows on you. And so like the song is playing, and I had enough time to Shazam it, and after I left the movie later on, a couple hours later, whatever, I listened to the song and read the lyrics, and only thing I would tell somebody who's never seen it is check out this song. Check out this song. If you like the song, maybe read the lyrics. I found, I think it's Genius Lyrics or whatever. The guy who wrote the song actually wrote about why he wrote the song, and it's appropriate. It's cool. The sound, especially the movie, does not end the way you think it does, and so I went. I was supposed to go with a work buddy, and he flaked on me. I went anyway, and that was my Friday afternoon. All day today, I've had that song, "Loverboy" by Techno Westerns on repeat, earbuds, just boom. Dude, the fucking song rocks. And literally anyone that will listen and hear me out on it, I've been telling them what I think about In a Violent Nature. It's not it's not the kind of movie you go to have a fun. It's not a drinking game movie with your slasher B horror movie friend. It's a your girlfriend's gonna wonder why the fuck you brought her. It's gonna be white knuckle the whole time. Everybody's gonna leave at the very least entrenched, engrossed, and it's not gross. It's never too. Yeah, it's a slasher. Yeah, the gore is there, but it's never like there's no tits. There's no. Honestly, I heard more fucking swear words in the previews leading up to the movie. They're coming out with a Bad Boys 3 that literally no one asked for, and all throughout the previews, they're dropping F-bombs, mother this, mother, and I'm just like, I can't think of anything I give less of a shit about. But dude, this movie, I'm thinking about going again Sunday to see it. If I still gave a shit about buying movies, I'd buy this movie. Okay, so there's a song that plays at the end credits that I don't know, maybe I didn't give it its due time, but the one song, the sound in this movie, and when you had the context of the song, if you're into slashers and you're not squeamish and you're patient and you want to see something different, like a different take on it, and they pay such clean and proper respect to the very obvious source materials that inspired, and it's just tasteful. A guy like me might call it fun, cathartic. Absolutely the coolest movie I've seen in years. I can't remember the last time I've seen a movie I wanted to talk about like this. It's rad. Check it out.